TVC, all of them are being owned one way or the other by or sponsored by the evil politicians, the criminals you call politicians in Nigeria. Therefore, how do you think that they will be giving you good information that will edify you, information that will make you advance? How do you think that they will be giving you truthful information? Just think like a human being for once. These media stations, be it radio, television, or newspaper in Nigeria, they are sponsored by the people that hoarded palliatives. Food, ordinary food. They kept yam until the yam rotten. They don't care. For them to bring it out and give to people, they don't care. Their evil is smelling. Their wickedness is smelling. So the people that kept food that they can give you for you to even eat and survive breeds for another 24 hours. A food that you can eat and pass it out as a waste. They deny you all those things. Do you think that they will give you information, good information that will make you advance as a human being? Is that what you are thinking? Do you think that they will tell you the truth? They will tell you their own truth. You know their own truth. The way they rig elections and inflate figures, and they will come to the television and and massage the whole thing. Tell you how they love Nigeria and you should love Nigeria with them. Like that. Is that how they are going to tell you the truth through their mainstream media? They will tell you what they want you to hear. I don't know whether you understand it. That is why for you to be counting on the information you get on all this mainstream media, you are killing yourself gradually. Do you understand that? Here, IPOB is self-sponsored by the masses, by the people. Therefore, this is why we say the truth without blinking an eye, without fear or favor. Who it concerns, it doesn't matter to us. What matters is what we are saying. Is it factual? Is it the truth? That is it. Once it is satisfied that it is the truth, that it doesn't care again who dies or who goes to hunk transformer. That is not our problem. Do you understand that? Because we are not politically correct. We don't want to sound politically correct. We are apolitical with the truth. That is the reason why for you to get to hear real information, this platform is recommended for you. Because what we are doing is trying to stimulate that part of your brain that you think is useless. That part of your brain that you think you don't need it. Critical thinking, common sense. That part that provokes common sense, that is where we are touching. So that, all those dead cells will come back to life. Because that is where lies the problem. The problem of Nigerians, of black race, of Nigerians is in the head, in the brain, in the head. Do you understand that? Because if people are not brain dead, commonsensical or common sense wise, you cannot tell me the rationale behind somebody coming from Europe, gathering people together and telling them to jettison, forcing them, not even telling them, forcing them to jettison who they were, their identity. And now he gives them Nigeria as a name. And all of a sudden everybody is You want to defend Nigeria with all your life. British creation. You know, if what we are hammering here, you think at face value, you might not understand the depth. But when you sit down in your quiet time, you start pondering on this. Why are we hammering on it? That is where lies the problem. You understand that? That a foreigner will come and tell you, look, you are no more an Ipob man, you are from Rivers. And now you are jumping up and down, start killing your brothers and sisters, saying that you are no more an Ipob man. I'm from Rivers State, I'm a Rivers man, I'm Rivers. Don't you think that there is a big problem somewhere? No, just think, ponder about it. The people that behave like this, don't you think that they have slavish character? Somebody that can jettison a foreigner will convince him, you are not your father's child. You are no more, your surname is no more from your father. He will give you surname, bingo. And you start saying, okay, I'm no more. Your father will tell you, my son, you are my son. These are your brothers and sisters. I born you. Go DNA test, and you will see. And you say, no. I'm no more. This foreigner that came, he didn't even know when you were born and where you were born. You accepted everything, hook, line, and sinker. Don't you think that the person has a fundamental issue, fundamental problem? Don't you think like that? That is, what we are trying to do is to restore the mindset of our people, to bring them back to start thinking, resetting their brain, so that they will go back to really start thinking like humans. Do you understand? That is what we are doing here. And that is why we invite you to invite your friends and well-wishers, your siblings, even your enemies, in order to do what? To listen to our message. Because our message is clear. Our message is clear as crystal. Let us all start thinking like normal human beings with common sense. Without wasting time, I will invite my brother, because he is here, my comrade, in order to introduce himself, so that I shall continue by praying and sharing with us what we have today. My comrade, my brother, Jacob, are you there? Can you hear me? Mazi Jacob, are you there? I don't know whether you cannot hear me. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. Mazi Jacob, are you there? Let me check whether it's from my side. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me see. Mazi Jacob, can you hear me? No, he cannot hear me. Let me bring him back anyway. But before that, as I wait to bring him back, please let me just a second, please. Let me fix something at the background.
In geography, is it right to beg for freedom after due process? After the disease, as the world constitution says. I'm crying to the whole world, shall we die?
I greet all of you, I greet the people. How will I do? My name, once again, Mazi Jacob, or you call me Namuwa Jacob. Don't Kakira, all are the same thing. Before I go greet my people, I go take my blessing from them, I come back as usual. Me I go be my name, or Sheba. I get back good. The blue, Meshkum, Jacob, Meza, so get back cool manda can do new director for their grow and they get right play and as our state. When that's why so much Gilma Ginger Kapadia Malawa to Gil Mill so very much they make back all manda you think you may go new director for you. They will be ziggy can make a out of give you can say you can remember go mi do ni lu nza ye e pe popo le ye go ye jama la gashe ko ya wala ka ya de jaga la gashe ko ni sunana mazi ko tan malam Jacob din ka kira duka dai ne to ni nazo din ne dan ko kanin ko goran ko iyayen ku baban ku yau nazo din nan zo mu tattauna abubuwa da taimake mu nan a jihar Nasarawa la ko da bin ku zama gaba da yan mu dubai yau mu zo mu tattauna abubuwa da taimake mu za gaba saboda mu san cewa ko mu san zaman mu cewa gaskiya gashi kai da muke zama ga yanzu ga yadda Najeriya take ya zaba yi mu zauna mu tare inda yanzu mu ga cewa mu samu cin gaba mu samu haɗin kai mu zama da an zama mu raba kanmu da yawan mutane da wannan planning saboda mu ainihin indijina Najeriya ba mu samu zama lafiya saboda me muka bari baki suka zo su zo kuma mu ba su wurin zama su zo kuma su kwace kasa a hannunmu muka ci san ba mu dawo ba mu ba sun ci ne mu fahimci gaskiya fa faru so na dawo za mu zo mu tattauna abubuwa jawa wanda zai taimake mu kuma suka lanjar dan mu nan ku aje lokacin suka kira mu santa da gwada muku my people of Middle Belt I greet all of now today be saying 11/11 2020 I greet all of you once again we don't come meet today again for this live program wey be say we go dey talk wetin go help us we go dey talk how we go take live world how we go take comot for freedom get our freedom back so that all this other pressure we dey all this cage wey these people dey cage us here and there wey be say we no fit express ourselves that is why we always dey here every day because as we talk of every day we must learn that's why I say make I come here today wey we go talk today we get many things to talk we get plenty things we go talk we go help ourselves so when I come back I go come sit down we go come talk continue how we do that after that we go call then we go share idea together this radio Biafra na for everybody because that no this platform no this radio wey you go take dey hear wetin you suppose to hear wey you feel say the truth nothing but the truth wey you dey hear so when I come back we go sit down we go talk plenty we go talk well we go talk more thank you very much Mazi.
Thank you very much. I welcome each and every one of you hearing my voice or our voices today being the 11th day of November in the year of our Lord 2020 to Radio Biafra House of Service. We are live and direct. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Before I continue, let me hand over this hallowed platform to Chukwuka Gabiam, the God of our ancestors, the creator of heaven and earth, the entity that is above everything. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You are the only God that was and is and will continue being forever. We have once again gathered today in this hallowed platform where we worship in order to to worship you, because while speaking the truth, it is a form of worship. We want to enlighten people so that they shall know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. In order to know that Nigeria is not an output, it's not a natural creation by the people, it's not an organic process. Rather, Nigeria is a racist construct meant in order to dehumanize, to subjugate, to enslave black race. The British understand. They know that place, the trigger of Africa, where light will come out from, where light will shine in order to spread the whole of Africa, in order to spread to the whole of black race. But they tried everything in order to quench it. But darkness can never defeat light, because light shines in darkness and darkness will never comprehend it. That is why you have chosen our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You raised him up in order to challenge the status quo, to destroy that British entity. That British entity that is meant in order to entrench darkness. That is why it is being called Nigger area, a place of darkness. But we are the children of light. The light that is shining in darkness, and darkness is falling apart. Therefore, Chukwuka Abiyama, I present our leader into your care. Be with him as always. You created him for this purpose, in order to save, in order to remove us from enslavement, in order to make sure that people are freed. That is why you created him. And you have given him, you have empowered him to do so. Protect him anywhere he is. That nothing the enemy has planned will ever come to fruition. Behold, even the listeners, behold, even Nigerian youths that try to rise up to challenge the status quo, but they were driven back, and they are preparing to come back in a full force in order to make sure that those agents of darkness we call politicians in Nigeria will be destroyed, so that the new order will set in, so that positivity will enter in, so that darkness will never have any share again in our lives, so that we shall negotiate our terms of existence as a people together with other ethnicities. Therefore, help us, O Lord, the God of our ancestors, in order to achieve this great feat. We know that there are many things fighting. Many people are gaining in this status quo. Even the British, they are making a hell of money out of our misery. They want us to be always crying, lining up, looking for visa in their embassies. They find it very amusing whenever they are deporting us from their countries, chaining us like dogs. It is a fun to them. But Lord, you will change the status quo, because that is what we are working hard in order to achieve. Thank you, Chukwuka. Strengthen us the more. The feeble-minded, strengthen them, that they will know and understand that he who is with us is greater than those that are with our enemies, because we are on the moral right path. We are morally justified that we are doing the right thing, because every human being is created free, and freedom we must achieve. Thank you, Chukwu Kiabiam. In your mighty name we have prayed. He said, we must continue. Please, before I even start, let me make this announcement from the Directorate of States. 11th November 2020, listen. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, hereby announce the appointment of the leader of the indigenous by the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, Onyenduma Nnamdi Kanu, of the following persons into the accompanying positions of service. Number 1, Maazi Uchechukwu Goodwill Nnachi has been appointed the new IPOB South American Continental Representative. He ceases to be the national coordinator for IPOB Brazil. Number 2, Mrs. Ngozi Ezeibe, a family member of IPOB Ecuador, becomes the Deputy Continental Rep for IPOB South America. Number 3, Maazi Okechukwu Ejiofor has been appointed IPOB Tanzania National Coordinator. Number 4, Maazi Chukwudieku Obeche will be the Deputy National Coordinator for IPOB Tanzania. Number 5, Maazi Chidozie Muoma is appointed IPOB Burkina Faso National Coordinator. Number 6, Maazi Mmaduabuchi Okoye will serve as the Deputy National Coordinator for IPOB Family in Burkina Faso. Number 7, Maazi Martin Obinwa is the new IPOB Gambia National Coordinator. Number 8, Maazi Joseph Kelechi will serve as the Deputy National Coordinator IPOB Gambia. These appointments take immediate effect. All IPOB principal officers and family members in the areas concerned are hereby directed to accord the new officers all support and respect as they exercise their functions and discharge their duties as IPOB South American Rep and National Coordinators of Burkina Faso, Tanzania, and the Gambia, respectively. Signed, Maazi Chika Edoziem, Head of Directorate of States, Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. I hope everybody had this. Therefore, this takes immediate effect. We must continue because we are a global family. We continue expanding. We are a global family. We are monstrous. People don't understand. Okay. Let me start by making my normal reiterations, my normal remarks. Please stop calling these people or referring to them as House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a people or as one tribe. No. This is a lie from the pit of hell. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a race or as a tribe. What we have are the Hausas and the Fulanis as two different ethnicities, two different tribes. The Hausas have the population, one of the most populous ethnicities in that part of the world, in that contraption called Nigeria. They are indigenous population. They were there right from time immemorial, the Hausas. That is what classifies them as indigenous population. They live here, sons of the soil. Whereas the Fulanese, they are nomads. I'm not saying they were nomads, they are still nomads. They don't have somewhere that they hold hand and say, this is our place, the Fulani. The history of the Fulani presence in Nigeria started only in 1804. Do you understand? Ottoman Danfodio was a Fulani man that was born and raised up in Gobe. His family were just tenants in Gobe. And they gave back to a son. Gobe is where the present day Sokoto. They gave back to a son. His name was Ottoman Danfodio. He grew up and became an Islamic teacher, so to say. And he started teaching. He was granted permission in the king's palace, the Hausa king's palace. They remarked and said, oh, there is this teacher that he want to be teaching in the palace. And the king, the Hausa king just granted him, open-minded, say, okay, come to my palace and be teaching. And he was there teaching the people every day. People that were coming to the king's court, to the king's palace. He was teaching them. Divisiveness, division. He had agenda. He saw it as an opportunity in order to enter into the people, because there you have many people that were coming. People started coming as usual, in a king's palace. You see visitors every time. Now the news spreader, there is one person that is teaching there, so king even want people to come and listen to him. At face value, they were thinking that, oh, he's just an a Muslim like them. Not knowing that he has another thing in mind. He need to conquer these people. He need to cause divisions among these people. Mind you, the Hausas, they were Muslims right from, they accepted Islam right from 11th century, which is almost 1,000 years back. 900 and something years to be precise. The Hausas were Muslims more than 700 years before the advent of the history of the Fulani in their presence. But they allowed the Fulani to be into their midst, having access to their hierarchy, their government, talking to the people. That look, the preaching of Ottoman Danfodio was divisive, to divide the people. Because there is no way you can conquer a people without dividing them. Do you understand that? Division is a most potent weapon of conquering. Just like they are doing today in our land. That is why some people, some morons like Mwike, will deny his identity. That is not an Igbo man. Just for him to get a, what do you call it? To gain benefit, political benefit from the Fulani. They clap for him. Whereas the Fulanis themselves, they tell you that look, the Nigerian Fulani, the Burkina Faso Fulani, the Sudanese Fulani, they are all one. It doesn't matter the countries they come from, they are the same people. Fulani is their nationality. But you come in our land, ordinary state, which is also inside the country. Gowon created River State in order to weaken the old eastern region, that is Biafra land. Because he said it was in the news. That if he will create this COR, is it Cross River Ogoja Rivers states, COR, they call it COR states or region, in order to weaken the east. And when this place was created, bingo, all of a sudden, Igbos there, they are no more Igbos, they are rivers. Do you see the beginning? Although there were problems between Azikiwe, which he caused. Azikiwe caused the original problem. But there is no way somebody will cause a problem that will make you start denying, you will run away from your family and say, no more, I'm no more part of the family. It's never justifiable. Whereby the Fulanese, they are being together even more and more. You see people that call themselves educated people, they are dividing themselves more and more for their personal benefits. So what am I trying to say? The Fulani, Ottoman Danfodio divided the Hausa people. There was an argument between them. No, why would, because this man came subtly, because he saw the Hausa people, they were progressing. Hausa was a very progressive kingdom because they were manufacturing. How you know a person or people, a group of people are progressing is what they do, what they can produce, what they can manufacture. That is the only thing history remembers about people. It's not how many you can import. It doesn't matter. You know? It doesn't matter. When you look at archaeologists today, what they are excavating, how they understand, you know, like ancient Babylon. Oh, there was civilization in Egypt. Oh, Babylon. Do you know why? Because of what they excavated, what the people were doing, they were able to accomplish as a people. The Babylonians, the Egyptians, they built pyramids. They built this. They had terracotta, this pottery, this and that, iron spears, this. That is what makes people remember a place. Do you understand? Even this part of Mexico, what do they call these people? I will remember their name. They had civilization because of what they were able to produce, what they were able to manufacture. The Hausas were doing the same thing. But this Fulani man of Mandanfodio puts confusion in them by telling them that, look, why are you living in peace with your unbelievers? They say no, they are our brothers and sisters. They say no. As a Muslim, if you are either Muslim or you are not, if you're Muslim, you have nothing in common with an infidel. That person is going to hell. So if he cannot believe, follow you, send him to hell. That is the origin of the type of Wahhabi Islam you are experiencing in Nigeria today. Many people in Nigeria, they equate Islam with the type of Islam that is going on in Nigeria by the Fulani. It is not. I'm telling you. There are many Muslim countries that are progressing, even in Arab land. Dubai is a Muslim country, but they are progressing. Do you understand? It's a kingdom, but they are progressing. It's just system. So, the Fulani Ottoman Danfodio sowed a seed of discord among the Hausas. And they started fighting themselves. This one agreed, this one didn't agree. And they started, before their king will understand what is happening, because they became rebellious to him. Many of them started bearing grudges that this king is corrupt. He doesn't kill infidels. Even if it is our brothers, no problem, kill them. And before the king Yunfa can realize it, the Shehu of Hausa land, this we are so bad. Things have rotten. They have rotten. Things have gone so bad. And Ottoman Danfodio ran away. Many Hausa peasants followed him, thinking that he is preaching the reality, thinking that they are doing the right thing by following a despot. He used the Hausa people to conquer the Hausa people, killing their king. And when their king was killed, King Yunfa, now those also that helped him say, okay, now it is my turn, make me the king. He turned around and slaughtered all of them. The remaining one were intimidated into being either vassals or slaves direct. That is when you hear this word, House of Fulani came into being. Ottoman before they say, okay, now we are all Muslims, we are all Hausa Fulani. He used them in order to get what he wants. That is Fulanization of the North. The Fulani superiority, hegemony today. He used this word Hausa Fulani. And many of the Hausas, they were deceived into believing the word Hausa Fulani that we are the same. He used them to conquer other places, like even in Lorin, in Kwara State. It's the Hausas. Because the Fulani, they are very few. He told for you to understand what if your mind, your brainwashing, what it can cause. Do you see the damage it has done to people like Wig? Do you understand that? Greed and brainwash, greed, selfishness, greed. That is what it can cause. They turn you against your brother with the promise of political position and power, which you can never get. So that is where this House of Fulani came into being. Because the Fulani, they understand that they are few, very few, they cannot achieve anything. Do you know that the Fulani, they didn't fight? Even during the Nigeria Biafra war, the Fulani, they were nowhere to be found. Only very few of them are officers. Only. Like Buhari, late Buhari. The people that fought the war, the infantry, the foot soldiers, were the middle betters. All the tribes, and even Yorubas. They are the people that suffered casualties as military. That is the way the Fulani behave. They come, they use you. They use people among you, they achieve what they want, and they keep quiet. You know, that is why I say they are masters in politics. I'm telling you. I don't know, people should not misunderstand me. Sometimes people say they don't know anything. I beg to disagree. They are not genius natural. They are not naturally talented in anything. But when it comes to politics, to seats, takia, they are masters. They can come into your family and manipulate your husband against the wife, or manipulate the children against the husband, against the family, against the parents. That is what they do. They are masters. Once they come, they sow seed of discord and they keep quiet. You fight yourself. Once they slaughter each other to the last, now they come, they take over everything. They say, okay, they become the winner. That is how they behave. That is what we are warning people in Nigeria. This is what is happening. Do you understand that? They will come using the name, oh, we are Hausa Fulani, to rally around the Hausas because they know Hausas are more plenty, more populous. So that whenever you see an Hausa man, you call him Hausa Fulani, putting Fulani on him, of which is not even a Fulani man, I never. But you refer him as a Fulani, Hausa Fulani, making him indigenous population or indigenous person, which is lie, and that is what they want. So they are feeding from our ignorance. Ignorance. That is what they are feeding. Their success is our ignorance. Through our ignorance, I should say. They are succeeding because we are ignorant. But as we are opening the eyes of people, enlightening people, that is why they are jittery. They are afraid that people that we have finally discovered their secret. Do you understand that? They left Hausa language, returned it. That is a classical politics. Because there are people, it will be, they will try to impose on them for food, which will backfire because they are very few. It is now that they thought that they have gotten everything, that they are now inviting their Fulani brothers from every part of Africa. People that will come from Burkina Faso. And they will give them posts. Do you understand that? Do you know that many Fulani political representatives in Nigeria are not Nigerians at all? You don't know that. Maybe you don't know that. It is a fact. It's not that they came to Nigeria maybe 20 years back. No. Many of them they just came to Nigeria because they answer the same name. Only slight differences. They will come, even they give them birth certificate and the ID card. Grown-ups. And they give them position. Do you understand that? They give them position, posts. Federal government posts immediately. Do you know how many Niger Chadians that were being sponsored by Nigeria as soldiers? Even Timali. Do you know that Fulani? I'm telling you. This is a fact. Because the Bauchi state government tell you, how will you differentiate a Nigerian Fulani to with a Malian Fulani? It is difficult because all of them, they say they are all Fulani. But look at people that should know better, people that say they know everything, they are dividing themselves. I'm not Ipob, I'm Rivers. What is Rivers? Many Rivers. They just name you Rivers and you accept. And now you say you are Rivers. Tomorrow they will name you Stream. You will say, oh, I'm Stream now, I'm Stream. I'm Stream, I'm Stream. You will be defending it. You are miserable. It makes you lower than your masters, the Fulani. It makes you low. And they see it like that because they laugh at you. Whereby they are defending the whole of Fulani race. It doesn't matter, they come from Sudan, anywhere. They say they are one people. They never allow these European imposed borders called countries to deter them or to divide them. Don't you see that as an advancement? Don't you see that as a civilization? Advancement on the part of the Fulani. Resisting all those things. That is why the Europeans even resist or support them and respect them. I'm telling you, because they see in them people that they can counter them through their actions. But you that you accept the European way of worship, you accept to wear tie. You accept everything they brought. You take a cowboy cap now, say it's your traditional cap. God Almighty. And the Europeans, they look at you as very hopeless, lower human being. So they support the superior people, the Fulani, in order to deal with you, to kill you. And they say these are slaves. Come on, treat them anyhow you want. People that they will divide themselves, continue, defending their division. They name them rivers. They say people start say I'm rivers man. Niger Delta. This Niger Delta something from that started by Obasanjo 2000. They say we are Niger Delta. Not even saying, talking about their clan or tribe. Now they start answering what even Fulani or Obasanjo called them, what Gowon called them. That is why everybody take you people as a lower human being that should be slaves. You understand? It is not surprising. I'm telling you honestly. So please, let us do the right thing. Stop answering whatever you are being called and defending it. And stop calling these people House of Fulani. There is nothing like that. What we have are the Hausas and the Fulanis as different ethnicities, different tribes. But the Fulani is using this word, House of Fulani, in order to deceive not only the Hausas but all others. For you to continue taking them to be one. They are not. The Fulani, they have never had any vibrant civilization. No, they don't build civilization, they destroy. The way they are running down that contraption called Nigeria. That is the way they are. They run down the Hausa race, a great Hausa race, that we are manufacturing things. They run it down direct and converted them to street beggars till death. What made you think that they cannot run you down? They are running everybody down. They have stepped everybody down. Education in Nigeria is nothing. People go to colleges, universities today, and came out to be criminals, cultists. Nothing, no excellence, no more. The work of the Fulani, that is the way they do. so that when they bring you down, you become zombies. They can manipulate you. Do you understand that? They can be able to manipulate you, and you become a perpetual slave. That is what they are doing. So please, let us continue by doing the right thing. Please, let us continue by doing the right thing. Okay. So, let me start by today. The topic of my submission today says Nigeria can never be one as confirmed by NSAS protest. Do you understand? Nigeria can never be one as confirmed by the immediate past NSAS protest. Nigeria fundamental differences was once again confirmed during the NSAS protest. The protest was carried out mostly by the southern youths and some middle belt, while the northerners were dissuaded from joining for the simple reason that southern infidels are trying to wrestle power from their Muslim north. That is it. That is what they did. And this shows you, it confirms to you that Nigeria is never one and can never be one. There is one article written by one Reverend Francis Anekwe Oboji. Reverend Francis, here is a reverend. I love the article. He says, Igbo presidency is not the answer. I want to read the article a bit, please, so that I make my analogy, start my analogy from there. Our analysis, sorry. Okay. He said this article intends to raise some fundamental questions as to why it is the opinion of the author that the problem with Nigeria has gone beyond the issues of restructuring and Igbo presidency or rotational presidency. That is it. Okay. Albert Einstein, the world's most renowned scientist and Nobel laureate, once said, "The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil." Listen attentively. Einstein said, Albert Einstein, that is the father of nuclear physics. He once said, "This world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, no, but by those who watch them without doing anything." That's it. The passives. Speaking from a religious perspective also, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, another Nobel laureate for world peace, tells us that hands which serve are holier and better than lips which pray. These are great sayings. The issue today, the problem with Nigeria as a nation state, since its creation by Britain in 1914, and especially after independence in 1960, is how to address once and for all the faulty foundation of the Nigeria state, the faulty foundation of the Nigerian state. Everybody knows that Nigeria has a faulty foundation. You understand? That is the faulty foundation of the Nigerian state by the British that is at the root of every other problem of political instability and its concomitant problems the country has been passing through all these years. These include not only the constant struggle for human survival in an unjust union of Nigeria state, a union of diverse, mutual, hostile, indigenous, ethnic groups, mutual, hostile, diverse ethnic groups, a union of diverse. Listen, when they tell you that our diversity is our power, But it's a union of diverse mutual hostile indigenous ethnic groups locked together under colonial arrangement by the British since 1914. There is no way to show that any form of restructuring or Igbo presidency, rotational presidency built upon this faulty foundation of Nigeria state will ever be the best answer to the age-long problem of political instability, ethno-religious bigotry, hatred, corruption, mediocre, lopsided leadership, bad government, military and police brutality, wars, violence, religious terrorism, religious persecutions, and bloodbaths besetting the country. Do you see the problems everywhere? Problems mentioned, they are myriads. They are too plenty. No sane person will ever opt to build his house on top of an old, outdated building that has a faulty foundation. It is like the biblical parable of the foolish man who decides to build his house on top of a sand instead of upon a new solid foundation made of rock. It could also be likened to the biblical parable of pouring new wine in an old wine skin. What a stupid thing to do. You know, many people have been bringing suggestions. Oh, restructuring. Oh, let us restructure. Oh, Igbo presidency. How can this is just like, as the man says, as this writer says, you are building a house on top of an old, outdated building. Do you know what will happen? You are putting the family that will live inside the house in perpetual danger, because one day they will be wiped out. They will be wiped out. That thing you are building. Remember, Soludo, what he said. I will never forget this. Very nice analogy. But they can only talk. Practically, they are not rubbish. He said Nigeria is just like building 100-story on a foundation of a bungalow. How is it possible? You made your foundation. You know, if you want to build a 100-story building, you have to have a foundation for 100-story building that can carry that story, 100-story, all the structures. But when you have you make your foundation that you want to build a bungalow, and you build a bungalow, and now people, after you say, I get some money, I want to add another 100 floor, 100 story on top of that. Is it possible? And you start building. Oh, Ipob presidency is okay. No, let us do rotational presidency. Okay, no, it is every time you are bringing different, ideas. How to put 100 structure. No matter how bright ideas and this and that you bring. The issue there is, the whole thing bring aluminium doors, add it. No, okay, let us use red bricks. No, white Dangote cement is okay. No, block. You are planning. Always plan. That is what is going on in Nigeria. Always planning. Let us re-strategize. Okay, we have to restructure. No, Ipob presidency is the solution. No, this and that. Do you know what? They are making plans to add 100 floors, 100 stories on top of a foundation of what? Bungalow. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. That is busy doing nothing. What people are doing in Nigeria, all this planning and this and that is siphoning money, because every plan siphons money. I read, I think, they said Minister of Justice said to prosecute their budget is too small, 2.something billion to prosecute Boko Haram to do this. That is the only thing they are doing. Because people are busy. Okay, come and draw plan to build this 100 floor on the foundation of Bunga. They will be doing it. They are being paid. It becomes a job. People are planning one thing or the other. People will buy paint. Okay, this and that. But they don't want to tell themselves the truth. The truth is that that foundation is for bungalow. You cannot carry the thing you people want to build on it. It's impossible. That is why Lagos seaport is congested. They cannot walk. Everybody who is going there. Lagos, what small Lagos? Lagos is the tiniest state in Nigeria. It has 2 seaports, or going to 3. They built what do you call it? Dry ports in Kaduna. All these are plans in order to do what? In order to add 100 stories on a foundation of a bungalow. But it cannot work, they know that. Go round and round and round, trying to, make it now a job, your profession of planning every time. Oh, make it after you, they will, okay, they built, no, we are going to build, we are building railway to Niger. Just to sideline one side. Oh, we are doing the okay, no. Now we are going to do Ipob presidency. Remember, if you are trying to build all these 100 floors on top of a foundation of bungalow, who are you putting in danger? Those living on it. Those living inside the building, because it will collapse and kill everybody. That is exactly an analogy of what is happening, what Nigeria means. And do you know what? The NSAS protest, it just confirmed it. The NSAS protest just confirmed this. Do you understand me? There is something I want to read. There is something I saw somewhere. Okay. There is something I saw somewhere, an article from an open letter to the Northerners. An open letter to the Northerners. Lesson to the North, dear North. Listen, the suspects and the victims of this SARS are all Southerners. The suspects and victims, say they are all Southerners. Okay. Let me go on a bit. The SARS officers are not Muslims. The media company exposing the story is a Southern media company. Today, we have a collective, reasonable decision coming from the Southern youths, demanding for justice for the victims of SARS oppressors, demanding adjustment and reform of the Nigerian police. The beautiful part of it was when the protests erased ethnicity, political and religious differences. The concerned Southern governors and their state assembly members supported the state protests. Okay? Let me go on. The Vice President of Nigeria, Osinbajo, Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, and most Southern celebrities supported the protests. All because they want sanity in their region, because they meant well for themselves and that they are quick to identify with the challenges disturbing their peace. You say, you guys have earned my respect. I have seen the reason you want to get separated from Nigeria. I'm humbly impressed. This is written by a Northerner. Okay, he said, welcome to the North. In the North, it is prohibited to criticize government. If the president is a Northerner and a Muslim, that is, in the North, it is prohibited to criticize government if the president is a Northerner and a Muslim. Okay. Look at the same country you are in. In the North, it is forbidden to demand for your own safety against Boko Haram, bandits, rapists, kidnappers, ravaging the North if the president is a Northerner. Muslim Northern Army generals were kidnapped and killed in the North. Other top military Muslim Northern officers were killed in the north by the Northerners. Assistant Commissioner of Police kidnapped. DPO kidnapped. DSS officials kidnapped. All the above atrocities were perpetrated by Northerners in the north. Countless innocent poor villagers killed and ransacked by killer bandits and Boko Haram. Yet, we all sleep well and wake up normal as if nothing is wrong in the north, because the president is a Northerner and a Muslim. Do you see how this ends us, how this is exposed many things, that Nigeria is after all not one as being portrayed. Do you see that? The only right you have as a Northerner is to keep quiet, sit down, get killed, and blame foreigners and Southerners for the odious incidents being perpetrated by our own people upon our own people. In the north, we are not protesting because the president is our own. Do you understand? But we all agree that we are being killed on a daily basis. But our own people in our own villages and cities within the north. Do you understand? Religious leaders know how bad we are hit in the north, but they are quick to give defense to the failed government. Once you protest against the failed government and demand for justice, you will be wrongly profiled. He said the killings in the south is less than 1% of the total sum of 100% of the killing in the north. But they have beautifully organized themselves, conducted themselves, and demand for justice for the people against their own people. But in the north, it's not the same. They are not allowed to do that. Do you understand that? Do you understand the reason why Albert Einstein, he says that the people that will destroy this world are not the evildoers, no. But those people that see the evil and keep quiet, these are the people that are destroying the world, or that will destroy the world. Those people that don't tell you the truth, that Nigeria is fundamentally flawed. It is not meant for the survival of the indigenous population. It is just meant for the benefit of the foreigners that created it, the creator, not for you. That is why you see in Nigeria you graduate, you as an engineer, nothing for you. You end up being a keke na pepe rider, unless you are a brother or you have long leg to a senator or to a politician. Because the only thing that unites Nigeria, when you hear unity of Nigeria, is what? Is the politicians. Unity in looting, unity in corruption, unity in making sure that everybody is down. Only the politicians go up. This Fulani feudalism, they have imported it in our land. That is why the governors in our land, the political representatives in our land, they don't care about the yearning of the people. All they care is what they want you to do. What they want is what they impose on you. That thing they want as their political advancement. The presidency, because now they are yearning. So that they line up and tomorrow only to be called His Excellency the President of Nigeria. Only for 8 years. They don't care again what happens after. Even during that time, they don't care what happens. Only for them to be called that thing. And they will do what? Enrich themselves, loot. Put many of their cronies inside their strategic positions to loot. Only. After 8 years, the same thing continues happening. And now they relax, becoming former president. Former president. That is the only thing that matters for them. A whole race can go to hell. A whole people can go to hell. That is not their problem. Because the politicians, they have ganged up. The politicians in our land, they have ganged up to do this. That is why the so-called southeastern governors and their deputies, they they went to see Wike. You know what is this? I could not even hear what they are talking there. Oh, I don't know. The Igbo politicians in Nigerian setting are cursed. I understand it. They are cursed. It is confirmed. I'm telling you, they are cursed by the land. I'm telling you. These people went to see Wike. How can you? Okay. Just let us take it in this way. You see a bully. You understand? A bully beat your child, and your child came home crying. You say, "What are you crying?" He said, "No, Ikechukwu beat me. You know, he beat me, this and that." And you say, "Okay, shut up, don't talk." You go visit Ikechukwu, say, "What is happening?" Ikechukwu started telling you the bad things that your son did to him, this and that. You didn't go with your son. You didn't care to inquire from your son what really happened, or bring them face to face, so that you question two of them at the same time, or so that you make your investigation, your inquiries, secret investigation, to find out the truth. You go start. You say, "Okay, it's good as you even beat my son." You start singing for him. That is so powerful. You know what are you doing? You are empowering him the more. I see it as an insult to every Igbo man. I'm telling you. Now when they start singing, before they sang the Buhari Kai Kai Geso, now is Wike Kai Geso. I saw it as it's an insult to everybody. Somebody that openly declared killed your people. Now they go there, started praising Wike. He's a good man, he's a hard man, and all this. I never understand this type of people. We say they are our political representatives. I never know where they come from. Whether they are aliens, which planet they come from, who sent them into our midst. I used to ask this question. Because we are talking about Fulani, this and that, but these are the real people. These are our primary enemies. That if we don't kill them, they will kill all of us. Killing all of us not really mean, it doesn't really mean putting knife in our throat, cutting off. No, that is among also, but they will kill us a race. They have made the Igbo race to be a slave race. I'm telling you. They cannot. People, every time the killer of your people, they go, they praise them. Oh, you people are powerful. This man is powerful. We can get so. We can. What I said? What is happening? They started blaming their own people. This is. I never understand. God. If maybe sometimes is it how I understand? I don't know. But what is happening after? Let somebody call me and tell me how is it normal what is happening in our land? It has gone beyond dumping. It's no more normal. These people are no more normal. Do you see the Fulani headsmen that are rampaging, going to and fro every time, killing people? In Oyo State, I think today or yesterday, they killed Fulani headsmen. The other day they attacked Lasma. Tanker was burning. People that went to rescue, control the whole situation. Fulani headsmen opened fire. Said, "Leave everything to burn to ashes. Leave, let everywhere be destroyed." They opened fire. They know news carried it is Fulani headsmen. But have you ever seen Fulani people or Fulani political representatives come start talking against them? That these people, everybody know that they are killers. Instead, everybody is begging, "Please now, help us talk to your people." I know they are good. To the extent, Igbo clergymen, bishops, and reverend fathers, they were thanking the Mietiala that killed one of them. They know. Oh God Almighty. Sometimes I start wondering, How are we created? What is happening? It is really disheartening. It makes you sometimes, you even if you are thinking this, you want to eat, your appetite will lose. You lose appetite immediately. You say, what is happening to our people? We are the only race that is doing this kind of thing. What is happening? Somebody that committed atrocities in Obibo killed our people, and people were complaining. Instead of these people to send, at least make an inquiry, meet people and hear from them. They go and meet the governor, start praising him, singing for him. You are good. Oh, that is where I know. If not for Ipob, we lost it. I'm telling you. If not Mazen Namdekano, what everybody, anywhere you are, just stay there for life. For you die and that's it. Because we have lost it. It's only God that brought Mazen Namdekano. Otherwise, we have lost it. Because when you look at the people that were supposed to be directing us, the way they behave, oh God Almighty, you say, what is happening? What is happening? Why are we like this? This is do you know the reason why they say Igbos hate themselves? No, not ordinary people. The Fulani, they see this. They know that just once you put an Igbo man into a position or money position, promise him he can do anything for you. Look at the NSAS protest. Look, the person that has the audacity they use in order to go and sue people to court is an Igbo man. I want people that used to call, like somebody that called me the day before yesterday, start saying, our people in the riverine areas, why are they not joining this? Our people, Igbo, they are the worst. I will be honest with you. They are the worst useful idiots in Nigeria. Do you remember one is something Kano during the time of Abacha? When people were shouting, fighting to get rid of Abacha, they use him, they pay him money, and he started gathering youths and people started singing that Abacha must contest election. The same thing has happened again. Why are our people being useful idiots, useful tools? Just because of money. That is when you have, they have the audacity. In order to do something against progress of their own people. Something that will backfire against them in the future. Just give them money, give them that is why Bosun said, tell our people in the southeast everything is not money. It's now I try to understand all those things. When they say Igbo hate themselves, no, it's not ordinary people. No. Igbos in political offices, they hate their people because they are intimidated to hate their people for them to progress. That is why you see a whole governors and Ohanes and people went to one person, a madman. Instead of first of all going to Obibo, secretly sending people to go to Obibo to inquire what is happening, document physically what happened physically. Let us get fact-finding mission. That is how they do something. But they went to the gather, they went to Obibo, you're a bad man, you're a hard man. It's you we follow. Somebody that killed your people. Do you remember Let Buhari in 2014? When they have skirmish, Fulani headsmen had some clash. Not some clash, they fermented trouble. The Fulani headsmen fermented problem. Killing some people, I think, in Olufalaye's farm. I will never forget. And that thing, the reprisal of Yoruba people there, I think in Ondo or Oyo State, they killed back some headsmen. That time, Buhari was not the president. He led the delegation. He came direct. He went to Yoruba traditional rulers with Olufayele. He met them. He asked them this question openly. Why are you killing my people? The Fulani headsmen. Why? That is the audacity. That is how, when you see that people, even their people respect them. Fulani peasants, they respect their Fulani politicians because they fear that they fight for them. If it is Ipob man, the governors will go there and even say, no, as you are able to kill these people, we will support you. In short, you will be our representative. No matter that you are Yoruba, be our representative. We will be behind you. Because these people, they are always with people that kill their own people. I don't know why. Is that the Nigeria they want? Is that the way they want Nigeria? Since after the war, everything. We are talking about the people killing Ipob, but the politicians, the way they disappear our people is alarming. Even down to traditional rulers in the villages. Any person that speaks against them or speaks the truth, they kill him. That is why the way they bastardize our race. I say, if not for our leader, Mazin Namdekano, before Ipob, sometime I used to tell, I said, we have lost it. We Boris, we have lost. I become discouraged in our race before God and man. Because when you document what is happening, what is the rationale behind somebody committed atrocity? No matter, okay, your children, even if they cause problem, for example, let us come to this situation. Your children, even if they cause problem outside, you go and maybe they hit them, wounded them, and you go meet the person. The person say, okay, why do you cut this one's leg, cut this one's finger, cut this one? They are bleeding. You put them in hospital. You go you start praising the bully. Oh no, you do good. These people are troublesome. They are my children, but they are troublesome. Can any family, that father, the children will disown you immediately, no matter what they did to the person. No, because I carry water in my head, and the people, these your children, they carry sand and start putting into the water. You will ask the person, does that justify for you to wound them like this? Does that justify them? That is a question a father will ask. Does that, okay, they come, even if, okay, they come, they throw stone at you, or they throw this thing at you, they put sand in your pocket of water, and you pursue them, you catch them, you use knife, you cut this one leg, cut this one, stab this one, he's at point of death, and you go, you start praising that one. Oh, you're a very powerful man. These children, they are very stubborn. Which means you are not the father of the children. The children will disown you immediately. Even people will disown you. Say, this man is crazy. He's mad. So I'm talking on this topic that says Nigeria can never be won as confirmed by NSAS protest. But these people, I call our political elites in Igbo land, mostly Igbo land, I say they are cursed. How do these people think that they will be doing like this and people will be liking them? Any person showing them teeth, clapping for them, is either they give him money or they are just doing it for them not to slaughter you. They know it. That is why they always bring military, Fulani military to protect them, to intimidate our people, because they know that they are one light million mile away from the people. Do you understand that? I want somebody to call me to tell me the rationale behind going to meet somebody that openly declared war against our people. No matter at any guys at all. You started using killing them, and now they said, okay, let us go and hear from whether it's truth. They go to the governor's house. They go meet there. We look at what he started explaining to them that these people are terrorists, and they clap for him. Back. These your children are terrorists. They are fomenting trouble. Say back. We can guess so. You never heard from the people. You never send a fact-finding mission. Is that how you want us to stay in Nigeria? Instead, let this Nigeria. Instead, this Nigeria. Any person that will die, let him die. Others will live. If it is two people living, let them continue. Because this is too bad. Honestly, it's too bad. It's too bad. These people, they want to turn us. Listen. These people we call political representatives. There is a great danger. They want to turn us, great people, great Ipob race, into slaves, direct slaves to the Fulani. Worse than what the Fulani, what the Hausas are today. What they are doing is worse than what they want us to be worse than what the Hausas are today in the hands of the Fulani. I'm telling you. These NSAS protests have shown it. In as much as this side, the South, is protesting because of the killing, because of the police brutality, the military brutality, the Nigerian force brutality, bad governance, everything, no job, everything is here. But the core Northerners, they are forbidden to do that, to protest, because that is who they are. It's a feudal system. They use religion to tie them. That is why they tell them that Western education is evil. Do you know that Lamido, many of all these people, they didn't even go to Western education. They went to Sharia schools. Lamido, Sanusi's Lamido. Do you know where he's schooled? In Sudan. He studied Sharia economics. Sharia. The Minister of Justice today, where is it the aeroplane tunnel? He's a Sharia judge. They are trying to Sharialize everything in your life today. Because that is why Nigeria can never be one. Whereas the Southerners, we want progress. We want to develop. We want excellence. When I mean Southerners, even some part of a middle belt with middle belt, not part of. Their own is that fear, because they believe that the Fulani is in their midst, so they are afraid. They also want excellence to liberate themselves. But the Northerners, their main point is to conquer first. That is why the Fulani are fighting jihadism till death in Nigeria. Can't you get it? I have played clips of Fulani person in Switzerland, in asylum in Switzerland, that said he started jihadism when he was young. He's a Fulani man. He confessed. He said he have killed many people. He have shed many blood, and that is what is troubling him. Sometimes if he's alone, he will see the faces of people he killed, and even his friends that are being that died during the jihadism. He said jihad continues till death. You thought that he's talking about jihad in Syria or in Afghanistan or in Iraq? No, in Nigeria. In Nigeria. How have people, these politicians in our land, mostly the Ipob politicians, what is blinding their eyes? Somebody like Wike is a pure Ipob. I say pure Ipob man. But if he denies his identity, that is up to him, because he's a slave and want to die a slave. These people, there is one place I saw the way he bowed down to the Saduana of Sokoto when he went to the north. Wike, that is a hard man. He bowed down. The governor, he didn't go there in the capacity of Wike. Because once you're a governor or a president, you are no more, even if you are 20 years old, that is not you are no more yourself. Even if you are 100 years old, you are no more yourself, you are representing a people. So every of your behavior matters. That is why, is it 2009 or 10, when Obama went to Saudi Arabia, he did slightly bowed to the King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia. He ricocheted everywhere around the world. America went on fire. Say, how can this man, the president of the most powerful president, bowing down to Saudi Arabia king? You know, some people were defending as African culture, so he's African. He's trying to show respect. To hell with that. To hell with that respect. He's not going there as an African. He's not going there as an African cultured man. He went there as the president of the United States of America. Therefore, even if the man is 1,000 years, you don't need to even, you have to check him with one hand. The same way John Bush and others used to do. Check him with one hand. Your age doesn't matter. Once you are in political position, in all these things they used to deceive Nigerians. When you talk against maybe Abba Kayare, some people no, he said, why can't you respect him? He's your grandfather. But he's in a political position as the presidency. If you don't want that disrespect, let him resign. Oh, Buhari is your grandfather. He can be your grandfather now. Respect him. Come on. Spare me that arrant nonsense. As far as you are there as a governor, a president, you are no more that 20-year-old boy, or that 60-year-old man, or that 100-year-old man. There no person sees you as that. You are representing a people. As far as you are an elected official, everything you are doing matters. The way when you go, you bow down to Sadwana of Sokoto, which means River State. The whole people bow down. They have bowed down to the Sadwana of Sokoto, to the Sokoto Caliphate. That is what it means. It's not about respect. No. Why? But when he come back, he come down to his own people. The traditional rulers, those that he's supposed to even respect, the people. He orders them around, and you tell me what is the rationale behind it. You know, we have many hypocrites in our midst. I'm telling you honestly, people that lie, they don't say the reality. But here on Radio Biafra, that is where we tell you, where we make you to think, to see the reality facing you. We don't pity ourselves. We don't pity ourselves. So this NSAS protest, you see the fissure, the crack that has been Nigeria. You know, it has widened into a gully. Everybody now saw it. That is why they use an Ipob man. It's an Ipob man that is a liar. I don't know. I have forgotten what that his name is. Is it Okechukwu? Every time these people, they are always being used as willing tools, just for their selfish interest. That is why I referred you back to, is it 1980s, during the Abacha regime. It's still one Ipob man they use to campaign for the continuation of Abacha as a civilian president. He's still an Ipob man. Do you see it? So that when you open your mouth, start saying, there's people that don't want to join Biafra. Look yourself first in the mirror. Look at your people first and see how they are. Because this thing that is happening to us, it's not normal. I'm telling you. It's not normal. When it comes to where they talk, people should talk eloquently, speak truth to power. Hardly you see Ipob man there. Everybody will shy away. They always like to praise, to appease a perfect slave they are. These people. I'm not talking about everybody. These people that are hell-bent on entering into political office. This is who they are. I don't know why. But when it comes to where they should show themselves, as Naiwood and the Eastern governors went, they should have, where they should have reprimanded, where they should have talked truth and said, man, you are one of us. Don't declare war against your own. Declaring war against Igbos, you are declaring war against yourself. No, they will not say it. They will turn everything around and start praising the killer. Is it not how they say Akanchawa? Hey, you look at them, just look at their eyes, you see them. old fools, old fools. How they praise the late Buhari. He is their because they have given them money. Oh God Almighty! Well, this NSAS protest, the second wave that will come, it will be bloody. It will be bloody. And do you know what they are doing? They are now, I mean, even the government, the Nigerian government, they have instructed both traditional rulers, both clergymen in the mosques, in churches, to talk youths down. You know, I saw, there is one person I saw, I don't know which church is that. I listened to him a bit, about a few minutes, on social media. He's trying to advise the youth, do not be used again. People that are giving this command, using you, wanting you to go, they are not there, they are abroad. Do you see how they are watering everything down? They want everybody. Do you know what they are doing? These politicians, they are very sharp. They tell the clergymen, the church GOs, that the GOs, and you know, if this thing, if they continue protesting, everything sanitized, you will lose also, because they will hold you responsible for telling them lies. So it's better now you talk them down, wet their wings. You know, when you go to take like in the village, when you want to take honey, you know, there are bees everywhere from a honeycomb. You use sometimes, even if you light smoke under, you will still carry water. When you carry water, the function of the water, you put it in the mouth, suck some and pour it on them, spit it on them, so that the water touches them. Now they will not be able to fly. Their wings will wet. If they want to fly, they start falling. That is what all these pastors, this enemy of progress, that is what they are doing. They will demoralize the youths, make you so that you cannot fly again, so that you continue. You say trust God to do something. You know, now I want to say, is God that made Wike to be a governor? And I say, if it is God, then what is the need of election? Do you see how they deceive you? Is God that made this person the president? Is God that made him the king or the governor? Or is God? Why is he God? It's not God. It's the people. Because, you know, during the dark ages in Europe, do you know what? Do you know why it is the dark ages? It's called the dark ages. The ages, the time people believe that everything is God, that they have no power to change their political fate. Therefore, the Pope is sent from God. So don't argue with Pope. Don't throw question to him. Anything he says is final. Even your king, you say it's God that instituted the king ruling them. That is why, even if the king is cheating, no person have the right to talk to him, because it's God that made him king. That is what these people want us to start believing in this 21st century. That is God that made this person president. It's God that made this person to be governor. If it is God, then why are we voting? Do you see the reason why I say that they have colonized everybody? That they have uniformed this feudal system into Nigeria. They want you, put you back, throw you back to the dark ages. You start believing that, oh, governor is only God that made you governor. Oh, now you go to pastor to pray to God so that God can make you governor, and pastor will chop you raw, open office on your head. Don't worry, you will be governor in your life. In your lifetime, you'll be governor. He'll be controlling you. That is how they want everybody to be stupid. If God is making the person governor or making the person senator, now why are people voting? There is no need. You will just be there. God will make you what you are. Do you see how they are spreading stupidity to people? Do you see the reason why they say they don't want Radio Biafra, people to listen to Radio Biafra? Because when you listen to us, your eyes will be opened. Do you understand that? So that any person, whether you are pastor or you are all these criminals criminals you call politicians, telling you that it is God that can make you to be a governor. Tell him, you are my friend, get out of my face, because you're a liar from the pit of hell. Why then do you organize elections? Is it not people that vote? Normally in a democratic process, people work hard, people bring up their policies, so that the population will now measure the policies of Mr. A and B and C. Who favors me? This is the person I will vote. That is how people should win election. But in Nigeria, no. They froze the accounts of NSAS protesters. They say they are violent. Look at what they are doing. They are quick at freezing the accounts. So CBN can freeze accounts of people, but the low looters, they know their accounts. They don't freeze them. During election time, let me ask you, during election time, how many people were killed in Imo? How many people were killed in Kano? How many people were killed in Lagos? How many people were killed in Bayelsa? Even rivers. People died. People went violent. Even government used police use a helicopter, military, to shoot and carry steal ballot boxes. It was violent. But have they ever found out who the perpetrators of the violence and freeze their accounts? Did they cancel the election? Say no, there is too violence. No. It's impossible. We cannot take it. But they will tell you no. It's anyway. There are very few skirmishes. It's a violence, but anyway, it's okay. Do you see how hypocritical they are? Now they are showing how violent NSTAR's protest is. Presidency, they say they will deal decisively with the organizers of the protest. There is no organizers. People came out spontaneously, and one useless Igbo man was used to sue people, including pastor, including other people, celebrities, that they are the authors of NSAS protests. And in other places, they freeze the account of people arrested as NSAS protesters, that they are violent. Everywhere it's happening. But when elections came, everywhere is violent. People are dying. They release their talks to cause mayhem, to scare people, intimidate and kill people. They use police and military to do so. But none of all those people, none of those things they burn houses even. But no, it's not violent. It's election. No problem. It can go. No problem. No person's account have been frozen because of election violence. But here, because it is the people. Do you see that the perpetual war? The war is the war between the ruling class, these criminals you call politicians, and the masses. And how do you think that the politicians will win if they use you? They cannot win because they are very few. The masses the politicians are less than 5% of the population. Do you understand that? Do you know what it means for a people to rise up? If people rise up now, let me say in Imo State, and say 1 million people start marching, say they will take out the governor of Imo State from that Douglas house tonight, before God and man, he will run away. People don't know the power they have. These NSAS protests have shown the youth that you people are really the power that they are talking. It's not forget about police and military. They are nothing. The power are the people. Power belongs to the people, not to these criminals you call politicians. Do you know why you think that power belongs to the criminals, the politicians? Because you are ignorant and naive. You don't know what is in your hand. Oh, I say you don't know what is in your hand. That is the only reason why they manipulate you. Now they are the people now. Do you see why it's better you don't start a revolution than to start and leave it halfway? Do you see the reason, why we told you, why our leader have been crying, shouting, do not stop? Do you see the reason? Some are now in Canada seeking asylum. Instead, the reverse should have been the case. Normally, it would have been the politicians seeking asylum in one country or the other. Some will run to Benin to seek asylum because there is some will disguise themselves as women to cross the border. That is how revolution works. But today, the revolution is the people that are supposed to be the kings and queens now running. They are arresting you. I urge the Nigerian youths, power belongs to you. When you are fragmented, the politicians become very powerful. The same thing is divide and rule. When they divide the population, now they become powerful. I mean, the politicians, the criminals you call politicians, and that is what they did during the NSAS protest. They insert something that will bring divisions among you. Tribalism. Why are you pushing only our? Why are you pushing our criminal? Leave him. They say no. He's a Yoruba man, so it's our own. Even if he's a criminal, leave him. It's our own. They put that division. Now everybody, people focusing on one thing now start looking at each other, fighting each other, and you see the politicians. Tinubu start returning back, laughing that yes, he worked. All of them now start restoring their power. Yes, this thing worked. But had it been everybody closed the ears and said, no way, we are all one. We must pursue all of you, kill all of you. I'm telling you, power belongs to the people. How many people are in Lagos? Population of almost 20 something million. Imagine only 5 million in the streets of Lagos. Going to Tinubu, how many military? Do you know that Nigeria have a population of, the police in Nigeria? 400,000 only for 200 million people. And out of that 400,000, half of them, 200,000 of the police force is attached to politicians and their cronies, protecting them. Only 200,000, half of it is protecting them. So who are they? How many are there? If a population of 5 million people is on the street in Lagos today, say they will pursue, they must catch Tinubu. I'm telling you honestly, they will catch him. They will catch him. If a population of 2 million people in Anambra State say no, today we are going to remove Obiano, we go to the White House, his governor's lodge, and bring him out. They will do that. He will run away. The military, how many will they kill? How many will they kill? They come, they shoot, that their bullets. People will be, millions of people will intimidate them. They run away. Even the military will run away, and the people will go and do anything they want. They will achieve it. Do you understand that? Do you understand the power of unity? You don't understand the power of unity. Even according to the Bible story, where God is even afraid of human beings because they were unified to build a tower. And he had to cause disunity among them by changing their tongues, according to the story. Do you understand? The people don't understand the power they have. That is why everybody is suffering. In a place, in a country whereby people remember Algeria. Algeria is a northern part of Africa. How many years back? Is it 2 or 3 years now? They gathered with one voice, and look, if you watch the street everywhere, millions of people gathered. They said this president is going. They talked, the president said no. He went. All of the whole politicians, the whole order went down. All of them went down. Because the people were unified in the fight. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but Nigeria can never be one. Because when the Southerners are protesting with Middle Belt, the Northerners use religion to tie their people. No, don't protest. They are trying to remove our Muslim king, our Muslim ruler. He's our Muslim man. He's our own. Leave. Even if, remember what Alhaji told Kunle? Even if he see his brother eating flesh of human being, eating people raw. He will never condemn him again. And he did it. That Kunle, he came and protected his brother in interviews. That is what they are doing today. Now they want to turn the tide against the people that want good life for a whole people, the answer protesters. Do you understand that? How do you think that these people, they will give you even electricity, that they can be able to give you good life, that they can be able to because the essence of entering politics is to make good policies that will make people thrive naturally. That is it. It's just like when you farm, you remove the weeds, you put manure, now you plant seeds. Seeds it's not for you. Once you make the place conducive for the seed, you will plant and finish. Conducive environment. Now you leave the seed to produce. If it didn't produce, it's not your fault. To germinate and produce, it's no more your fault. You have done everything you can. That is why even everywhere, even in Europe, in America, you still see people living in the street, sleeping outside because they are lazy. Because every opportunity is there. Do you understand? So the work of a politician is to make policy that will be favorable for everybody to thrive. But in Nigeria, you can't get it because there is friction, perpetual friction. Who is making the policy? Is it the Fulani that they want to conquer? They want to conquer you and subjugate you. And they are doing it through our so-called politicians or political representatives in our land. Because they are the people that impose them on us. As they impose a whole process of them. Do you think that he's going to do your bidding? Do you think like that? Come on. They make life miserable for us. And that is what they are doing. That is why they are praising our killers. Somebody that kills us, kills our people, instead of going to make fact-finding trips, sending secret agents to go. First of all, before we go meet the wicked, they should send somebody. They should send people. Go to people, ask questions, meet people that suffered. Check whether you can meet them secretly. Do your fact-finding job. Let us see. Now, when you come, you report to us. Now we take decision. We confront. Now they will have both video facts, photo facts, voice facts. Now, after they will go and meet Mwike and give him these facts. These are facts we have. This is here. We have proofs. As Amnesty International is doing. Not only they go meet the government, and you see that you say that these people are representing you, and when they come, they talk, you believe, you accept. God, may God have pity on you. If you continue accepting what these people are doing, now they are going to people, talking to people through traditional rulers and clergymen, pastors. They meet them. Hey, this thing that happened, let it not happen again. Tell your members, discourage them as you can. Quote Bible for them, so that they will be weak. So that if others even will have the courage to come out, they will not come out. They will discourage them. That is what is happening now. It is a battle between good and evil. Do you understand that? They will discourage people. Oh, these people that are sending us, they are abroad, they enjoy. But you are suffering. You are the person bearing the brunt. We that are abroad, it takes something, connection, empathy, for us to be doing what we are doing. Because most of us are living very far better. Do you understand that? And we see that it's not the solution, because we need to have a place. We need to have our home. But lo and behold, we don't have hope. We don't have hope. People that started Zionism, they were not in Israel that time. That time anyway, it was called Palestine. The mandate of Palestine. They were not there. Only set of people started it. In Russia, The Russian Jews, they had more oppositions. Other people, other places, you see people from Austria, Jewish Austrian Jews. Oh, no, you are putting, don't make us look, they will kill us here, please. We have invested everything in Germany. We have this and that. They don't mind them. They don't mind them. So, all these things we are doing, it didn't start today. Study history, you will see. It is what happened before. Somebody will tell you, no, they have to have be unified. What kind of unity do you want? Do you have any unity 100%? Never. Anywhere in the world, never. During the time of ANC, apartheid, do you know that there is another one they call Nkata Freedom Movement? They were there, they raised them up in order to fight the people that were fighting them for their liberation. It's not, people should not, forget history. Or when you don't understand history, you start talking rubbish. The thing there is, how things work is this. Like Zionism, few people started it. They started gaining ground. People started joining because they saw the genuineness of what they are doing. And they saw that what they are doing is right. It's right thing. And it is what will save them. That is what gave them Israel today through the rise of Zionism. They call them radicals. No, you people are too much. You people are going too much. It's not like that. Lower it down so that your Jews everywhere in the world will not be targets. They say to hell with all of you. And when they were doing what they are doing now, people start seeing the reality of what they are doing, that these people are right though. They started joining from everywhere. They started having cells everywhere. Started joining, having cells everywhere in Europe. Zionist movement. Until the last straw of the World War II came and killed you, they say, oh, no more. If we don't, either we fight or we die. That is how they restored their nation, Israel, that was removed from their hands for more than 2,000 years. But today, when people talk, I pity some people because they don't know, they are ignorant. You see somebody that calls himself a man of God. Start saying, you people should calm down. You believe only God that will give you what you want. Because they want, they feel that they are agents of God. So they cut your wings so that you cannot fly. You continue coming through them as agents of God, and they will tell you what it takes. You pay this, you pay that. Just believe in God in perpetuity, because it's their profession. Their profession is deceit, making you weak, so that in that your weakness, you will also be counting on them to talk to that your God, that God will do something, and you continue believing. They push you back in the era of darkness. The era of darkness that Europe removed themselves by force. Because at the time, the Europeans, they say, no, this God issue. God didn't bring the king. God didn't bring down the Pope from heaven. He's a human being like us. They ordained him. He's a human being. Likewise the king. Everybody is born free. Every human being came naked. The same way you came out from your mother's womb. Everybody here on earth came from the same system. So why then do we say God did this? Is God that gave him? God didn't give him nothing. Let us go and take what belongs to us. That is how the population of Europeans rose up and tore down that wall of Jericho in their presence, in the name of churches and kingdoms, kings. They brought them out. Some kings, they beheaded them. In France, they killed them. In many parts of Europe, they killed their kings and say, to hell with you this year. Everything is God. Are you challenging God? My word is the word of God. Who are you? Do you know God? Do you know what God looks like? Do you know what God looks like? You are talking God. It's just to deceive people, make people look so gullible and naive and ignorant, so that they cannot challenge you. Once they hear God, everybody starts shaking. Oh, sorry. It's God that will bring a governor. It's not you. So then why do you have voter's card if it is God? That is what some people should be asking all these criminals, because you know the way they talk to people, they know that people are naive and ignorant. Hey, it's God that put your governor there. They are taking you back to the dark ages. You ask the if God that put the governor of Wike there, then why should we go and vote? Why we are there campaigning, giving us cup of rice for us to vote for them? If it is God that should put them there, let everybody stay at home. Let God put him. I'm telling you, the ignorance of a black man of Nigerians are too much. That is why they play on your brains. They play on your psyche to make you look little and you believe everything they say. I think I'm going to stop here because sometimes you want to continue, but let me stop here. I'll bring in my brother, my colleague, to talk. But before I do that, let me
before the rescue. Shall we die before you fall? Shall we die before you come? I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. The world human rights activists, where are you? Rastaman! I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. Fighters of the truth, you and where are you? These people that give our people. Tell me the difference between fact and truth, truth and reality. Biafra is a truth, Biafra is a fact, Biafra is reality. Some say if I sing this song they will tell me. I say no way for them. Do not tell the Rastaman who is saying the fact. If you tell the Rastaman, you are telling the truth. Yeah, man, Rastaman. Some say if you sing this song they will chase you. Do not chase the Rastaman who is saying the truth. If you chase the Rastaman, you are chasing the truth.
Hoặc lý là bên mà phải gửi như vậy cái ý của lý là play em phải gửi giờ rồi lấy gì hè lấy được để một lấy được để không phải là radio và về gì đang nhẹ Apple because buku ni radio ni ngomong mana macam mo lu radio he dia pun kalau he kau menda apa apa sige nyet la sige nyet ci ta ci mama bahaba yulu ande dia go ende ekle bu dia go ble de tengam de tengam mana ngu ko la hon ko university ho ko tumbo because utuno la mana go ngo be ntambo ko tumbo buli oblo ko buli sing mo so waza makumbo nudu ngo basla oblo pasla kan como pasando ndo tumbo no futuro zero mbo assumo para mu ko do scrivi como gawe ko police ko ma so tu ma I think the scava so the me sim wo ba so bo ana da kamar sai lagiya go wannan jiya kuma giya ko kuma giya zara sawa state kuma giya kuma lagiya kan yi bo ita shi kamar Aku lagi di bawah tu semua gaya alasan dengan pada rumah. Nah, rumah, ama chef dia goyak penyu mo. Itu ni kalau tu dia mari dia persegi. Because dia lagi dia boleh sesuai. Dia cakap dia cakap apa? Dia bagi. Kalau ni, ni hamba boleh gitu. Ni hamba boleh kasih. Ni hamba bawa anda. Ni hamba itu boleh berkata hamba. Lepas dia kepada kita berkata, dia boleh digi. Mula ni cuma jabze. Mereka mau itu sih, because mereka gane. Cawa engla au pada mambo itu begini loh dah masuk ngomong bahaya mau cawa engla au pada mah insya Allah teman lo yang gelemo oke insya Allah itu teman lo itu teman lo oke mama di mama cuma sah nama mama okey mau apa isi tu mau dah lalu isi tu mau cuma sih cuma mama apa tu saya bawa kami yang semua kerana yang kamu apa mesti dia fokus kuli bos jadi ingam yang fokus kuli lah apa di kamu juga nak fokus gimana fokus dulu. Fokus dulu ada. Macam apa? Asa gimana sih aku? Kita sekolah juga. Apa sebab ada di Biafra he? Begitu di kol monta. Dia lekat dengan sama. Kau ni mana yang kelah? Ada mana hui? Kalau beli cian beli cian mana semua macam hak malah fikir semua hak malah memboleh okey bo ya kemata dia kane kuma bukan maksud ulugi indo ulugi Oleh beri sesuatu because ang pengasah dulu, sang bapa betul saya dah mamu. Radio aja mamu betul oleh tu. That's why na ada cabai ni aku nombor juga. Sesuatu ni segala dia biasa. Sesuatu ni dikapi cuma sebab dia sesuatu dia biasa. Ni buat pelalang mamu. Ni sekarang dia gane, ekale forum swasti. Gane itu Afrika dia go. Maksudnya dia kata ni dan cakap ni biar macam anda ni dia ada di biasa gan dulu ini sih begitu kan lo. Ini boleh tu dulu sama ye dia Kau masih gingam, bapa sih makan tu yok, kau sih kama macam nak kau kama cale he. Apa kau sebab sebab busy. Itu macam bo. Ni cara, mana fokus ke lo. Dia macam lo, tu ilah pergi agak. Dia ilah main terus pergi agak. Sini awak pergi itu, ini jauh huye. Itu huye. Dan apa? Dia kusi buye, dia sih sudah bah. Jadi tambah member kusi buye, kami kusi begini kayak buye. Ini kusi buye. Isi dia buye, dia sudah bah. pode de mana é da esquerda agora é pode de gigi agora é esquerda só isso que é pô isso que é tudo but you have just get that because every day you live in as any like you have mandra hai maga uskuge maga goge maga dige maga dige because up ma ba ka hembo ma se ma sa da ko sa da mo ko se mo gete ile ma gaba amanda ba gete ile ma gaba da ge bigu gete mandra kamar da mai shaki yo shinu ko zike na o mo ba mala har sawa dogi ego ge huyi Diego di Ghana ekele fọdụ Diego di cewa ekele shi ga kuguri berigi iya bege kisigi hadisigi ebe sigi wata cewa Diego ini mandra hai mai pada gisi tu kafe anda mandra wala ba hai kasi mana jara uma mandra mandra bambu ambalo Diego mosna mahu magede magatu amma shawala jira hai bala mandra bambu so mandra mabaiba babanga mo junga mo duka mosna kasi babanga asko mosna la pakpele ensma ko har mabga mosna mabga enya masalti mosna kawas pa menya tamu sama horna semua pun berada kan dah udah mabga bangoshe sini apa mendega aku orang masuk mosna ate demo masuk mosna masuk cucu gama suarga gamandga gama tumale masuk mo juga hai और दोनों में अपना कम का कोई ये दोनों आप करते ये क्या दोनों because we have जो फ्लोर के अच्छे हुए अब जो फ्लोर के हुए मेरे को ये कोई जगह वो ये जगह में मौसम बता हूँ मैं कल लेते हैं आपको मत से कहता था तो मौसम से कि मत रहेगा अब मौसम से याद रखो मगर सुना मौसम maka suama mosna kasadamo amma mosna sadamo ga je gole pa je gole bi pamagimo bigimo ishe pol ebe je mo mosna karne go jama mosna de mangwa go jama tele mosna makusi ino ishe pol da je imino so sai ko da gego je ba gaba da ke ba cewa ki bai har su yi sai wasu take pakolegi na ga pakolegi an da mai wa pakolegi ke pakolegi an da mai go en je go wo en da mai an ha go da gego to ta so ko musku ma fa ma ha pa kuma ba ko da misali Diego abege peshi ngo bremekme ngo bongos gambekme ngo bremekme no se mesi no se anime fimo that's our mr our algo Diego ji our algo Diego ji ogi chofle menda no ma ji yo ji ma tengi shito apege borne se Diego ji hi lo arde Iṣèpọ̀ lóògùn jàmá mọ̀ lóògùn jàmá mẹ́gbọ́n lọ gbé gẹ́gẹ́ mẹ́gbọ́n lọ amẹ́jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ méjìlá lẹ́yìn mẹ́gbọ́n pa ní tí wọ́n mẹ́tọ́ mẹ́gbọ́n ọgbọ́n òbítí ọgbọ́n òbítí ní máa fi àmà wà iṣẹ́ màwọ̀ ó kẹ́ ń bọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ mọ̀ amẹ́gbọ́n láwùn hàn ìgbìmọ̀ tí wọ́n gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ jumla mo je kama go mala ere ku ma masojmu mazgojmu ni ha kwa do la mi dikalo mo eti si ko je da mo ma buga ya mo so ko mo gira buka la flo si re ka so ma ka bu yin gam ma ka bu yin gam ma ta ma yin gam ko to mo so gege ya kamata da je go bage no bage gane kacewa kai la faru kar yi kar ya gane ekra mosla ko makara ba zai ka yi shan mosla magagi so ma mai gaba da to kasu arwa bage ko bage gane sige bage gane sige kage kai su go projet odnegi ba odnegi projet odnegi ba odnegi so dan da gon bis ba hanye bis go na da ki go yi ci gaba e ga mi bisi so me ji go mi ba mi ya gosna ko so go ci gaba me ji to jama'an ko ni da na gaishe ku barkan ku da waraka ni ne suna Jacob ambassador idan sa state ne gome cin afirka ta haife ni yanzu ina jin wannan radio Biafra live and direct yau 11 ga watan 11 to zaka nan karfe 10 a can da miji daya nan zaka kusan cewa nan live a radio wannan Biafra ku zo da kullum muna zaman nan mu zauna mu tattauna abubuwan da ke damun mu me zai mai mu gane abubuwan da ke faruwa a Najeriya. Right? So, yau na so da matsayin masu magana na kan cewa bako. Waye bako tsakanin mu da Fulani? Tsakanin ainihin a sawon da Najeriya da kuma ainihin indijin Najeriya? Waye baki? Waye ne ainihin kasar? Aka ce in ka ce kai ne bako bai kuma ce ka zo gidan wani ka zo ne ba a madadin bako ko kuma a madadin baki a ba za ce wai kai ne ka zo gidan wani a madadin baki ko a madadin bako ka zo ka sai an yi ka sai gidan fiye da mai gidan abin bai faru ba ko bai faru ya za a cire mu ainihin Nigeria indigene asalin asawa na Nigeria da kuma sauran Nigeria middle belt da kuma berbe da kuma su oduduwa da kuma Biafra mu ne asalin Nigeria na aka haife mu nan na kan daga kin da kabarin kakan babana har biyar ko shida mu da muka zuba kuta me yasa muka bari me ya faru ko me yasa aka zama har muka cewa muka bari wayannan Fulani suka zo baki suka samu hanya har suka shiga jikin gwamnatin mu har suka shiga suka har suka shiga cikin gwamnatin mu suka madu mu ainihin Najeriya muka zama baki me muke yi bacci da muke yi ko me muke yi wani kuskure ne mu yi wani kuskure ko da mun kuskure da muka bauta da ku zo ku zauna mu ya mu tare bai dace ba ya kamata mu Najeriya ya kamata mu tashi ya kamata mu gane cewa wayannan mutane baki da suka zo wayannan mutane ba bai kamata cewa suna da yanki a kanmu a bisa Najeriya ba. Ranar su da sun ga cewa ba su iya ba suka fi kansu suka hada kansu da an yi asalin asawa na Najeriya. Saboda wani asalin asawa su da cewa su suna da hankali ba su da masifa ba su da fara su da su da very accommodating cewa a wani bada wani dukkanmu jama'a ne duka sarauta muka sama amma da duka gani ko idan ka suka ma'ade ainihin asawan Najeriya da suka murmuka Najeriya suka zama almajiri gaba daya suka mada ainihin suka mada kowa da kowa su malama jere suka mada su kuma suka zo su suka zama baki su suka zama bakon gari su ne kuma suka zama ainihin su zama ainihin masu gira mun Allah yadda ba zama yadda ba ko da mace mun kuskure mun gane ko da mace muka kuskure da yanzu insha Allah zan mun gane cewa wayannan mutane ga mace da mace su da plan amma yanzu insha Allah yanzu nan ko wannan plan din nan ya riga zuwa karshe kuma mun gane cewa wayannan mutane plan su waye amma insha Allah ba zan bayyana musu ba. That's why yanzu nan kowa da kowa ya kamata kullum ka gobe kai ka kullum ka tura wannan radio Biafra so ka je update ka san ko me ke faruwa ka san me ke faruwa a kullum saboda mu dinga tona asirin wayannan planning kuma kana ba gaskiya wannan nan zuwa gaba za mu samu regret cewa anya da mu sani maka tuni rashin sani yana ba ke kar mai da mu cewa rashin sani mu kuma da yanzu muna da komai da za mu gane saboda nan zuwa gaba ba za mu samu regretting ba saboda wannan radio Biafra wanda ke kama na labarin Najeriya wanda ke kama na gaskiya abubuwan da ke faru wanda ke kama na gaskiya cewa ga abubuwan da ya kamata ga shi abubuwan da ya faru ga abubuwan da ya kamata mu yi saboda nan zuwa gaba kamar da su kuma da wani mutane su wani planning suna planning ne can gaba da gani ko sun kafin zaman Napoleon shi ya planin rayuwa ne saboda future nan zuwa gaba ci gaba kenan amma da Bello ya sanar ci gaba amma da Bello ya ci gaba planning ya kuma Buhari yanzu Buhari na planning zai yana planning cewa yanzu haka nan yana planning masu kwan malami ko wani sanarsu su wani ga haka na kai suke su wani ga haka za ka zai planning ta can zuwa gaba to ya kamata cewa yanzu na gaskiya mu tashi yanzu ya kamata mu gane cewa wanda gaskiya mun gane yansu mun gane plan nasu to ya dace ne mu dukan mu tashi a sai kar mu yadda mu tashi cewa gaskiya ta isa gaskiya mun gane gaskiya mun buri yano in ba kana ba in ba mun tashi dun ba gaskiya kashe zai siya ba saboda ne saboda zamani yanzu kowa ne ya gane su kuma ba su so kuma su ba su jin daɗi cewa kowa ya gane to zana kowa ya gane to ba su da wani asiri ba su gane su yi amfani da mai da karfi da yaji